According to the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, almost 300 million people in the world's poorest 50 countries live in extreme poverty. Over a third are living on less than $1 a day, and despite poverty levels falling, total populations in LDCs are rising. Launching their Least Developed Countries Report 2008 in London, UNCTAD says while economic activity is increasing, poverty is growing as well.
The numbers of people living on less than $1 a day in extreme poverty has continued to rise until 2004 and then has only plateaued off. And what we see is the numbers of people living on between $1 a day and $2 a day is continuing to increase. And so poverty, I would say, continues to rise in these countries.
The new report calls for the need for less developed countries to boost economic activity.
In order to reduce poverty in these countries, you need to increase productivity and you need to increase employment opportunities. You need to do that both in the rural areas for agriculture and also because more and more people are moving to the cities, you need to create productive jobs in cities as well, in manufacturing and services. I think the problem at the present moment is that the growth is quite strong, but this is not associated with expansion of productive employment sufficiently to meet the demand of the growing population.
While aid has doubled in the past 4 years, it needs to be targeted to stimulate economic growth.
But the figures show a lot of that aid is not going into things like economic infrastructure, trying to build up production sectors. And we think there is a balance, is not quite right, between the social sectors, education, health, water supply, which are of course important, and the productive sectors.
They're also calling for poor nations to reclaim development through aid management policies.
The idea is very simple, which is that the countries themselves take the lead in coordinating aid, deciding what they want it for, how much they want, what are the preferred modalities. And in this way, you can ensure that aid is more closely aligned and harmonized with country priorities and country systems.
UNCTAD believe adopting such ideas will help LDCs out of poverty.